Now onto Sapien. Let's go to our many texture scenario, open that. Now I said before it would take a while to load a complicated map, and you're seeing it's taking quite a while to load this map, even though it's not complicated. Geometrically speaking, it's not. However, it has plenty of textures that it's trying to deal with. So when we run radiosity, I expect it to take a while, although, well, see, I could be proven wrong. Yeah, so in our first map, it went right to 0. This time you get to see it process quite a bit as it's trying to bounce light off of all our textures and give them color and all that good stuff. So for your sake, again, I'm going to speed this part up. As you can imagine, a map with 20 something extra textures here and there is going to take a while both to set up in tags and to render here in Radiosity and Sapien. So don't think that your first map is going to take anywhere near this long in any of these steps. I just wanted to show you what will happen when you have a map with many, many textures. If you want, you could just make the texture of that box map you made, just make that all red or something like that, and it shouldn't take anywhere near this long. And you only need to link one file through Gorilla. So remember, this is a very complicated map in terms of textures, and that's why it's going to take several minutes. I'm going to go get lunch. Uh, I'll see you when it's done. So now that our map has finished, let's find it. Whoa, there we go. Doesn't that look pretty? All of our textures working correctly. Seem to have messed up the map when I was showing it off. The UVW map a little bit because it's a tiny bit off. Uh, yeah, you can see this is just the result of my inattentiveness. I left this scale off. Uh, I mean, it doesn't change anything we just did, so I'm gonna leave it. You also notice, obviously, that we have walls, which is different from our first map. Of course, because this time we only put the sky texture at the very top. So we have these walls here, of course. I'm going to put our starting point here in the very center. Make sure it's all games. Go ahead and toss in a vehicle so we can drive around. Uh, edit types, add. Let's give ourselves a rocket warthog since I happen to have it right there. Let's move it. Whoa. Move it over to the O. And make sure it always spawns. Now last time I showed you how to put weapons on your map, and while that does work to put them on your map, if you were to put a weapon such as these, they will despawn. And you can see I did forget to set stuff like rounds and stuff. They're gonna despawn. Uh, I'll show you the difference between them here. I'm gonna add a sniper rifle because it happens to be right here, and zoom in a little bit. I'm also going to move it into the light. Okay, so you see the sniper rifle. And now that I've set this, no matter what you set here, it's going to be limited by the particular weapon. So I'm going to go ahead and max out the ammo here. Uh, you see it right here, but it's going to despawn. To keep weapons in a multiplayer game, because these weapons are meant for single player games, you're going to want to go down to game data, net game equipment, place one of these, and change the item collection here to an item collection of a weapon you want. So this time we're going to show the difference here. Just to contrast, we'll give it a rocket launcher. Make sure this also spawns in all games just like the vehicle, and everything else is good. We can make it levitate if we want. Let's go ahead and do that actually. Now if you look at this though, the net game equipment does not show you that there's a rocket launcher there. It does show you that there's a sniper rifle here for weapons, but not a rocket launcher. So what I usually do is toss down a weapon, toss down a net game equipment on top of that, so I know where all my weapons are placed, and then delete the weapon before I save my map. That way I know where I'm placing all my weapons in the map. And I know that when I save it, if I see any weapons on the map, then I've accidentally left it, I need to get rid of it. This allows me to place weapons very particularly and know that they're going to spawn correctly. But things like this, you see spawn time, 0 is going to give it default for that particular item, or particular map or whatever. So let's go ahead and set this to something low though. Let's set it to like 5 seconds so we can see it respawn really fast. So now we have weapons, vehicles, and textures. I think this map is done. So let's go ahead and save it and build it. And we're good. We can go ahead and make sure it's in the maps directory, which it should be, and it is. And now we're going to go ahead and start up Halo.